Wyoming Congresswoman Cynthia Lummis is live with us from Washington. Congresswoman, welcome back. Always a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
My point is this. The president gains an enormous amount of prestige because of the killing of bin Laden. Can he translate that into leverage in the debate over cutting spending and raising taxes? I think he's now got leverage. What say you?
I'm very proud of the president, as well as our military and intelligence communities, for capturing and killing Osama bin Laden. It does create goodwill around Congress and in Washington, or all around America. I don't believe that translates to a change in philosophy with regard to the debt ceiling. We're still going to have our differences. The president seems still to want a clean increase to the debt ceiling. I believe most members of Congress want assurance that we're addressing our long-term structural problems going forward, along with the debt ceiling.
Because the really big question is, by how much will we cut spending? I think most people would agree that we're going to cut something. I think even the president would cut something in there somewhere. But I put it to you, a victorious president, a man emerging from the killing of bin Laden and the vanquishing of Donald Trump, basically, that man is in a much stronger position to say, I'm not going to cut anywhere near as much as you want me to cut, and I'm going to win this one. I'm just trying to make the point that I think he's in a much stronger position, and it will translate into the politics of debt reduction.
It will translate into the politics of debt reduction, but I believe John Boehner's hand is equally strong, because he has not only the support of the conference, but of the American people, in that the American people don't want the debt ceiling increased without assurances that we're cutting up the government credit card. And that includes measurable cuts in spending going forward.
Now, Treasury Secretary Geithner has just put off the deadline. If we don't raise the debt ceiling in the next few weeks, then we can keep going by manipulating the money that we've got on hand. We can keep going until August the 2nd. At that point, if we don't raise the debt ceiling, at that point Treasury Secretary Geithner says, look, at that point we default on our debt. That is a classic default. You agree with that?
I do agree with that. I think it's absolutely important and imperative that we meet our debt obligations, and there's a bill here in Congress to make sure that we meet our obligations to pay those who have purchased our debt first, and to pay our military as well. Beyond that, it's extremely important that the White House and Congress work together, and that will begin this week again, with the Vice President, Eric Cantor, and others meeting to discuss how we go forward from here. But I can tell you the House Republicans are not going to accept anything other than dramatic indications that we're going to put our U.S. Treasuries in a position where people will buy them in the future. If Bill Gross at PIMCO won't buy them, we're in deep trouble. We know it, and we need to assure purchasers of U.S. Treasuries that their investment is rock solid.
Okay, it's going to be a long, hot summer, I suspect, on the debt debate, and I hope you'll come back and join us and tell us how we're going with that one. Congresswoman Cynthia Lummis from Wyoming, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Stuart.